If you have ever seen a spy movie for once in your life, you've probably seen scenes like these.
At the push of a button.
And yeah, you'll probably think, nukes. I love nukes. Blow everything up, like the little devil you are. But no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this, or this. I'm talking about the control room with a big screen that has all the fancy shenanigans shows up and show you where all the bad guys are. Well, they exist in real life, but systems like these cost government billions of dollars. Companies like Palantir charges like 6 figures for a demo. So, what do a person who value work-life balance do? Totally not building one for themselves, right? That would be kinda stupid now, wouldn't it? Well, if you click on this video, obviously I did, duh. So, let me introduce to you my 3 AM coffee-induced brainchild that somehow hasn't killed me from cardiac arrest. So this is WorldWideView. It's basically what a teenager who thinks he looks like this JPEG, but probably looks more like this, is gonna wanna have. It has multiple data sources from maritime to military jets to a live CCTV feed, and all of that is running inside your browser. And I'm serious, it's so efficient I can run it from my phone for at least 60 FPS. So if you want to check out your favorite lighthouse from your school's Chromebook, well guess what, you can. To use the platform, it's pretty easy. Loading at the website, you'll be greeted by the globe, which is basically where you see everything from. On the left hand side, there's the left panel. There are a gazillion different plugins and data sources, so if you're looking for something, it's probably there. Now, seeing the data is cool, but if you can't inspect it, then what's the point? Which is exactly what the right panel is for. You can check out loads of information and also filters and find exactly what you're looking for. And down here, there's a timeline bar, where you can swipe back and forth to see past events just like Doctor Strange. And on top is the navigation bar. You can fly to anywhere in the world with just a push of a button. And search up anything on the map. Now, what's interesting about all of this is that these buildings are completely 3D. They're using Google 3D tiles, the same one Google Earth used, which means that you can see all the overhangs and light poles, which isn't easy on a typical 2D map. So if you ever want to conduct OSINT geolocating images, you can line them up with the scene and voila, you can find anyone in the world. This is cool and all, but I think what's the most interesting thing about this project is the plugin system. It's basically the same as Google Chrome's extensions, but for geodata. Anyone can build anything and contribute to a massive library, which means that what you're looking for probably already exists. If not, just ask Jarvis to generate a new one, and shabam, you can find the closest cat for you to pet. There are already more than 30 plugins in the marketplace, and I would love to show you all of them, but it would take too long for this video. So here's a few notable ones that I think you will find interesting. First off is the satellite. Zooming out shows all the live data layers that give a real-time picture of the whole world. But if we just disable everything and show just satellite, we can see them currently in orbit around Earth at different elevations. If I click on any one of these satellites, I can track them in orbit and see if they are geostationary or geosynchronous. We can see the path where it was traveling and see a cone indicating what it is looking at. Here's one looking over the Strait of Hormuz. On deeper inspection, it turns out to be an old camera module delivered to the ISS that was discarded and left drifting in low Earth orbit. Whole camera module. In the script, I was meant to show you guys the airplanes working, but OpenSky network, which is what I'm currently using for my airplane data, is currently down right now. So I guess maybe I'll show you guys next time. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure to like and subscribe. I've always wanted to do this. But what is available though is the military aircraft. There are currently 69 military aircraft. Heh, nice. We can monitor military aircraft through a site called ADSB, which relies on crowdsourced data to track planes that usually don't appear on mainstream flight tracking services. ADSB has a no filtering policy, so aircraft like military transports, tankers, surveillance aircraft, or even fighter jets can all be tracked and shown on our map. Talking about free stuff, there's another community dedicated to giving you free stuff. Basically, they map the world and also label your crush's driveway so you don't have to. and anyone who got an internet connection can just use them for free. This is the OpenStreetMap community, or OSM for short, and they just help you do some crazy CIA level shenanigans. Here, let's do an example. Let's say you're looking for Ricky because he owes you lunch money, but he ran off to Belgium and now you gotta track him down, but where would you even begin? And you started scrolling on Instagram as one does, and you saw he posted a photo of himself.
I wanna do it, stop hiding. You hiding forever. Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky. Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky. Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky.
Oh, before the lawyers get mad, quick legal disclaimer, I absolutely do not endorse stalking or doxing. These tools are powerful, so please use them responsibly for educational OSINT purposes only. Ricky is a fictional character, please do not track real people down. Looking at the image carefully, we can see a tram line curving around a fountain, and also a little convenience store. Have a good look of the image, because using this we can just plug those things into the tool and tell it, hey, help me find me a convenience store, a fountain and a railroad, all within like 100 meters of each other. And shabam, it scans the whole country and spits out the exact coordinates where they are right next to each other. Scanning through them and tightening your search queries, you will eventually find the exact spot where the photo was taken. The ability to see everything all at once can help you understand many things that are not visible when looking at one thing at a time. For example, if you are in a volatile zone, it can be helpful to know where is and isn't safe. If you're an investor or analyst, it can be helpful to see a combination of different types of data to give you the full picture. If you're an investigator, you can use various tools to help locate suspects to assist with criminal investigation. There are currently over 30 plugins in the marketplace, and I will be making many more. The platform itself is already quite usable, but I will be adding many more advanced and quality of life features that would really make the platform useful. For example, tracker to find out when there's a surge of activity in certain regions, useful if you want to find out information even before there's news coverage, or narrated briefings so you can have an AI voice explain a situation to you just like Jarvis from Iron Man.
The heat from the blast was in excess of 3,000 degrees Celsius. Any subjects within 12.5 yards were vaporized instantly.
No bomb parts found in a 3-mile radius of the Chinese theater.
No, sir.
Or integrating MCP so AI agent can do the work of finding and processing information for you. So where did this idea came from, you may ask? Well, a few weeks ago, I saw this video about a guy vibe-coded a Palantir clone over a weekend, and it got so popular that Palantir's CEO commented on it. So I'm like, you know what? Me without Claude subscription, no experience in software development, I'm gonna try making it myself. What could possibly go wrong, right? So I spent $230 on Google AI Ultra subscription. My bank is gonna be looking at me like an abused child. But hey, at least I've got the app working. So if you want to check it out, just go to worldwideview.dev and click on this button. If you want to contribute, here's the GitHub page. I'm currently working on this by myself, and it is quite difficult for me to manage the huge amount of workload required to make this project. So any contribution is greatly appreciated. I will be making more videos about this and other projects I'm working on. So if you don't want to miss it, subscribe to get the latest videos when it comes out. I hope you want to come along to the journey. And if you do, I'll see you soon. Peace.